you took a beating on those shares.
I did all right, actually.
That's not what I heard.
You were misinformed. Go and tell her to hurry up.
She's your sister.
Yeah, but you married her.
Alex, will you tell your mum to hurry up?
My 3 favorite men in the whole world. Sorry I took so long.
Aren't you riding with us, Lucy?
No, I don't feel like it. But I'll follow you with Alexander in the Land Rover.
So, what are we waiting for?
Last one to the top of the hill buys the drinks tonight.
Please don't, Gregor.
Looks like you're in for an expensive evening.
Why do they have to turn everything into a competition?
I think it's something to do with the excess of testosterone.
Are you ready, Alex? Let battle commence. Ready? Come on, then. Go! That's it, boy. That's it. Cover away.
Just what I said, too fast.
Here we go. Alex, call an ambulance.
An ambulance? Gregor, what have you done?
The horse threw him. He landed badly.
Simon,
Don't move him. He needs to lie still.
don't you tell me what to do. It's all your fault.
Hello, yes. Ambulance, please. In the Cherry House.
I think he stopped breathing. Thank you very much for coming. It means a lot to me, Mary.
Anything I can do, just ask.
It shouldn't have been him.
I know.
Why?
I don't know. It's all so random.
Walk on. Walk on. I'm going to bed, Dad.
Okay.
Give her time. She loved him.
Maybe too much. Like a son, not a brother. There was always a problem between us.
Between you and Mum, or you and Simon?
Or both, I suppose.
Gregor. I need you to move out.
Liz. We can get through this.
What are you talking about? Our marriage was barely functioning before the accident.
That's not true. It's been a difficult time, that's all.
Oh, come on, be honest. You're not happy. You haven't been happy in ages. That's why you've been so distant. It's partly my fault, too. I let you. I don't know why, but I did. But what I won't do is carry on pretending and just sleepwalk through our lives. That wouldn't be fair.
So we try and fix things. We'll make things better.
No. Maybe if Simon wasn't dead, but he is.
Oh, Liz.
Don't you understand? I can't love you. I can't love anyone. My heart just can't take anymore.
Where will you go?
I'll stay at the gatehouse till I find someone new.
It wasn't your fault, you know that, don't you?
I don't know, Alex.
Oh. Sorry, that whole stiff upper lip thing isn't working too well at the moment.
Being a bit of a stuffed shirt never did me any favors.
Do you have to go?
Yes. I think I do. You take care.
Yeah, and you?
Come and see me when you get back from university.
Yeah.
Concept which is totally to disregard the evidence of our own senses. Most of us think of Socrates as a hero, A challenging intellectual who was killed for upsetting the status quo. Now, if he was here today, he would say, don't listen to the messenger. Make up your own mind. Any questions? Claire.
So, rules like those forbidding students from asking their professors out on dates should be challenged.
Not if the professor wants to keep his job. On that note, I bid you farewell. I hope to see you all next term. And don't forget to hand in any coursework you owe me before you go nuts. Alex, a second. This essay you wrote, in the resource material, I noticed La Colombine's Journal of a Tour of Italy.
Yeah, that's right.
How did you get a copy? It's been out of print for a long time. And physically, I've never laid eyes on it myself. If you were going to beef up your research list with books you haven't read, you might consider picking the ones that are actually available.
I did read it.
You did? How so?
My great-grandfather was a collector. We have it in our library at home.
Good work. Guess who feels like an idiot?
No. You weren't to know, Professor.
What kind of books did he collect?
Mostly travel. Atlases. Same as his father and grandfather.
Must be quite a treasure.
Yeah, it is.
Any chance I could take a peek?
At the library.
Before I leave?
Yeah, no problem.
Great. Very nice. Hi, Peter Ross.
Why did you agree?
Well, it might do my grades some good. We're not all naturally academic. Some of us have to work the angles.
Lady Elizabeth's expecting me?
Come in, Mr. Sharp. I'll let her ladyship know you're here.
I've been going through your brother's accounts. It's not good.
How bad?
He had considerable debts secured against the estate.
Really?
Afraid so.
How much are we talking about?
650,000.
How much? Wouldn't I need to be a signatory on such a large amount as a co-owner?
Well, not since you allowed him to be in charge of estate business. I did warn you against it. Simon was a risk taker.
I don't have that sort of money.
I know. And so does the bank. They're threatening to call in the loan.
What?
Well, they're nervous about you running the estate on your own. They don't think you'll be able to make enough to cover the loan on top of the mortgage.
So what are my options?
Sell some of the land to that developer. I know you turned him down before, but I took the liberty to make a few phone calls, and he's still interested.
My family have owned this estate for 600 years. In all that time, they've never plundered the next generation's birthright to bail out their fortune, and I won't be the first one to do so.
Yes, well, as your financial advisor, I urge you to reconsider.
It's out of the question.
I think you're making a mistake.
Hello, David. Wife's birthday already, is it?
No, Mary. Well, how's business?
That's slow. But you've seen my books, so you already know that.
But if it doesn't pick up soon, I take it you'll be unable to extend the lease. Well, I have a proposition for you.
I'm listening.
I'll loan you the £10,000 you need, interest-free.
And what's the catch?
No catch, just a condition. I'd like you to take care of Gregor Dewhurst.
Take care? What does that mean?
Become romantically involved with him.
Oh.
I'm serious.
What on earth makes you think I'd do that to Liz? She's one of my oldest friends.
Because you need the money. And you've been in love with Gregor for as long as I've known you.
Come in.
I'm heading down to the village.
Okay, Mrs. Lawson.
Are you going out today?
I don't know.
This won't do.
I miss him.
We all do. I love that boy as well, you know. The falling apart won't bring him back.
You're right. I know you're right.
Why don't you come with me?
I think I can't face all that sympathy.
You're stronger than you think. Remember when you were children and Simon fell off that old swing and broke his ankle? You carried him all the way back to the house. I can still see your wee face all screwed up with determination.
The estate is in big trouble. Wish I could talk to Gregor. He'd know what to do.
And why don't you?
It was me who told him to go. It wouldn't be right. We both need a clean break.
Tom, do you want me to drop you at the station?
The train's at 4. Don't worry. I'm not going to tell anyone you live in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. What do you think?
It's heaven.
Oh, here you are.
Mum, this is Peter Rosen, my classics professor. He's come to do some research in the library.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for letting me visit today.
Yes, sorry. I didn't expect guests. You could have asked me.
You just said no.
You're right, I would. Why did you bring him here at a time like this?
Honestly,
Yes.
I need the brownie points if I'm going to get a decent degree.
You could have warned me. I look like a mess.
No, you don't.
So am I to take it that your studies aren't going too well?
Some better than others.
Too many parties?
Nobody does much work in their first year. How's Dad?
I don't know.
He's still at the gatehouse.
Yes. Ugh.
I think I'm going to pop down and see him this afternoon.
Oh, he might like that.
What about you? Are you all right?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I'll wash this. Thanks for asking, though. Mrs. Lawson?
Hi.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
Hi, I heard you were living out here.
News travels fast in the village.
So you can invite me in then?
Of course, sorry. Come in. Liz blames me for his death. She's right.
And how'd you figure that?
Simon and I were always trying to outdo each other.
Two red-blooded males living under the same roof. What did she expect?
I should have known better. He was reckless. I should have let him win instead of pushing him to go faster.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. Simon was old enough to make his own decisions. I think I should stay for lunch.
Oh, I haven't much here, Mary.
I've just been shopping. Car's full of stuff. I'll rustle something up.
So, are you ready to leave, Professor Rosen?
Ah,
Alexander is waiting for you.
the time already?
I'm afraid so.
Lady Elizabeth, your grandfather put together an amazing collection of books, but they're falling apart. They need to be preserved. Not to do it would be a crime. You'll need to get it organized. At least have them cataloged.
You're perfectly right, but I can't afford it.
What if I would do it? Free of charge. It'll be my pleasure.
Okay. You got a deal? All I can offer, if you want to, is to stay at the Dower House. I'll let Alexander take you there.
Great.
Are you all right, Lady Elizabeth?
Aye.
Age before beauty?
Did the professor settle in all right?
Yeah.
You know, I think he was right. Things need to be properly cared for. Ask him to eat with us tonight.
Really?
Be frightfully rude not to.
You've changed your tune?
Something wrong with that?
No. Just surprised, that's all.
I'm full of surprises, me. Ask your father. So, how long have you been teaching at the university, Professor Rossen?
A year now. As a visiting professor, I've taught classics in Stanford, Heidelberg, Hopkins. I'm a bit of a nomad. I lived in 9 countries in the last 10 years.
Which was your favorite?
Always the next one.
So, you never stand still, not even a moment?
Well, once. I had to be still in bed for 18 months when I was a teenager. I had an accident.
What kind of an accident?
Fell off a horse. Had lots of time to think. That's how I discovered my love for books and had to rethink my life.
Would you please excuse me?
Was it something I said?
It's Mum, not you. Her brother died in a riding accident recently. Excuse me. What are you watching?
Ghosts.
Oh, Mum, you gotta stop doing this to yourself.
Every time I think I've got over it, something seems to remind me of him. How happy we all were. Gregor, how much in love your father and I were. Wonder where it all went. You're the one thing we got right. I promise to sort myself out. Right now. Okay.
Good. I'll hold you to that.
What's this?
Lunch.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
I didn't. You're lucky. Mrs. Lawson made them. I'm useless in the kitchen.
That's very nice.
You didn't tell me what your book's about.
My book's about the exploitation of the earth.
That sounds interesting. Have you found anything relevant?
On Madeira. People used to think that God lived there.
Why?
When the Portuguese discovered the island, it was high up in the clouds. They thought he was hiding.
Did they find him?
No.
They must have been disappointed.
Yeah, they set the island on fire. It burned for years.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, not to the sherry makers. It enriched the soil, and them too.
So, I'd better leave you with your work. Please enjoy.
And thank you for the provisions.
Bye.
So how's it going with Gregor?
Fine. We're not rushing things, just spending lots of time together.
And has Lady Elizabeth spoken to him about the estate recently?
I doubt it. They're not talking.
Excellent. Let's try and keep it that way.
I need to know what's going on.
Nothing sinister.
So tell me, or the deal's off.
I want Lady Elizabeth to sell some of her land to a developer I'm in business with. By keeping Gregor out of the picture, I'll have an easier time of persuading her.
Is that all?
It's not so bad, is it?
We could open that wing of the house to visitors, and the visitor centre could be here. We could build a dozen eco-friendly lodges nestled in the hills. Real back-to-nature holidays for the whole family. And we could do fishing, mountain biking, lots of nature walks, deer stalking, rather with cameras than with guns.
Going for the green traveller.
Exactly. What do you think?
I like it.
It's kind of you to go to all this trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble. Can't bear the thought of you eating alone. Cheers.
Cheers.
Look me in the eye. If you don't look a person in the eye when you toast, you'll both have bad sex for a year.
I didn't know that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You know, I had a terrible crush on you when we were teenagers.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I'd fantasize about the day we'd get married in the village church. How many beautiful children we'd have, the whole thing.
I had no idea.
You only had eyes for Liz.
It's true. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I got over it. Oh, it's late. I better go. Oh, I think I've had a bit too much to drink.
You shouldn't drive.
Oh, no, I'll be fine.
Harry, give me the keys.
I saw Mary Stevens over at the gatehouse last evening.
The cheek of her. Talk about about making your move right away. He's hardly left the house and she's in there like a shot. Never liked her.
No class.
None.
Morning, Mrs. Lawson.
Morning.
I'm ready to go to the village.
Huh?
What the hell do you think you're doing, Gregor?
Well, good morning to you, too.
How can you let her spend the night? If you want to sleep with Mary, at least have the decency not to do it under my nose.
Hold on. Now, you're the one that kicked me out, remember? And just for the record, I didn't sleep with Mary. And she didn't spend the night.
Liar.
Well, come on and check if you don't believe me.
So what's her car doing out there?
She cooked me dinner, drank too much, and was in no state to drive, so I called her a taxi.
Why didn't you tell me that in advance before I made a fool of myself?
You didn't give me the chance.
We never used to do this.
I know.
What happened to us, Gregor?
Maybe we stopped caring enough.
No. We stopped paying enough attention. It's the small things that mend or break a marriage. We missed all the signs. And there were plenty.
You okay?
Not really.
What are you burning?
My brother's possessions. I don't want any reminders of him in the house.
I guess they're just things. You can't erase him from your memory.
Why not? Life would be so much easier if you could.
Memories make us who we are. Might as well throw yourself on the fire.
Good night, Professor Russen.
Call me Peter.
Good night, Peter.
Trust me, Liz. It'll get better.
Terrific potential.
There certainly is. 150 homes, an out-of-town supermarket, and a medieval theme pub.
Tight squeeze. Won't the planning department have a problem with that?
I own the planning department. All you've got to worry about is getting Lady Elizabeth Dewhurst to sign on the dotted line. It's time you applied a little more pressure.
I'm having lunch with a friend who's a director at the bank. He owes me a favor. Time to call it in.
Yes.
Are you busy?
No.
I was thinking of taking a walk, get some fresh air. You want to join me? Or maybe another day?
No. A walk is just what I need.
Did you ever go hunting?
No, well, yes. They used to do a lot of hunting on the estate. Being 12, my father took me, and when the hounds caught the fox, he grabbed it from them and daubed its blood on my cheeks to mark my first hunt.
Ah, that's quite,
Brutal, yes.
This is where he died?
Now the bank wants me to sell the land and have some developer build a bunch of houses.
Well, paradise is not for sale, is
It
it?
shouldn't be, no.
Well, let's solve then. Come this way.
So who's that blonde older man I saw with you?
Peter, my classics professor.
Right. So what's he doing strolling around the grounds with my wife?
I'm not getting involved.
Already involved. He's your bloody professor.
I've noticed Mary at the gatehouse a lot recently.
It's different. We're old friends. I've known her as long as I've known your mother.
Mum thinks she's after you.
Rubbish.
She's sure of it.
Is she jealous?
I guess so. Either that or just plain pissed off.
It can be hard to tell with your mum sometimes. But jealous would be good. It means she still cares.
Right. You're round.
Peter? Would you like to come to dinner tonight?
Oh, thank you. What time?
8?
Okay. Wonderful.
Hi.
Hi. Am I too early?
Oh, no, not at all.
I walked around the estate. It's paradise.
Isn't it? I love Conchale so much. It's like a part of me.
Oh,
Oh, how sweet of you. Welcome. Thank you.
smells wonderful.
Thank you.
So, tell me about you, Peter Brosson. You're so mysterious. Where did you catch the travel bug?
My grandfather, he was a sailor. When I was younger, he would send me postcards from all over the world. And I had them all around me in my room. I would daydream about the adventures I would have and the great women I would meet.
I can't quite remember my grandfather. He was the one, of course, who collected all the books, and I must admit I hardly ever read one of them. Sounds terrible, I know. I still can picture my father and my grandfather sitting in the library together. My father and my mother had this great romance. And when my mother died, my father never really got over it. He suffered from a terrible heart attack, which finished him off.
He died with a broken heart.
I suppose you could say so.
Do you always sit at opposite ends of the table?
Don't you like it?
Well, I can hardly see you from here. Do you mind?
No. I suppose Gregor and I just got used to it. Isn't it strange how you fall into a routine?
Better.
Thank you, we're fine. She's very traditional. She practically raised me.
Mrs.
Mrs. Miss.
Oh.
Of course, Mrs.
That was such a nice dinner. Thank you.
Yeah.
Such a nice time. I feel so familiar being around you. And I figure I must have seen your face in my dreams when I was younger. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Get home safely.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
No. But I feel alive for the first time in years.
I just want you to be happy.
When's the last time you've seen Gregor and me being happy?
I hoped you'd both solve your problems.
So did I. But it's too late.
It's never too late if you love someone.
Hi. How are you?
I'm Liz's husband. I thought we should meet.
Peter Rawson.
Hi.
You want to come in?
So, you're my son's classics professor.
That's right.
How are his studies going?
He's made a promising start. He's doing okay.
Early days.
He'll have good results. He's a hard worker.
He gets that from me. Do you shoot?
Pool?
Guns, man. Do you shoot guns?
Oh, no. I prefer not to kill animals for pleasure.
No. We use clay pigeons.
Oh. Clay?
Do you want to join me?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Better change from your pajamas.
Right.
Coffee.
Thanks, yes, please. Better make it a strong one. Can you hear that? Or is it my head still pounding?
They're shooting up in the top field.
Oh, thank you. Bit early for Alex.
It's the laird and the professor.
He's showing him up.
Maybe it's his way of fighting for you. He still loves you.
That's why he's spending so much time with my so-called friend.
No, he's not the sort of man who can be alone.
Apparently not.
It makes him an easy target.
I'll have to call you back.
Thought we go get some lunch?
Okay. This is awkward. I never meant to fall in love with Gregor.
But you did years ago.
I stayed away. Then you kicked him out.
That makes him fair game, does it?
I guess so.
Mary, why couldn't you just find a man of your own?
I tried.
But it was always Gregor for me. Honestly, I wish it wasn't, but...
After all my family's been through, to think that we were friends. What a bloody fool I am.
I have spent my whole life in your shadow, like some charity case allowed up to the big house as long as I behaved myself. You've no idea what that's like. Well, not anymore. For once, I'm going to get something that I want.
My husband.
Yes.
I'm sorry you felt that way, Mary.
You had your chance.
I think I lost Gregor.
Then get him back.
I'm not sure if I can.
Why not?
I think somehow I've fallen for Peter. What's wrong with me?
Nothing. You've been through a difficult time, that's all.
I don't know what to do.
I know what your father would say. Be true to yourself.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Liz. Is everything okay?
I know. Yes. Sort of.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
I need to get away for a couple of days. And I have this friend in Edinburgh who has this wonderful house.
I'll take care of myself. I'm not going anywhere.
Will you come with me, Peter?
Yes. I'd like that.
All right. I'll leave you with your books then.
Why don't you come in? It's cold.
No, not tonight.
Nice.
Thought we might as well just travel in style.
Okay.
Hang on. Donald's in London during the week, so it's empty a lot. That's why he lets people stay.
It's nice to have friends like that.
Shall we have a wander?
Why don't we?
I nearly moved here when I was 18 to study art.
What happened?
My father died. Had to take care of Simon and the estate. And then I met Gregor. We fell in love, got married. He was my first serious boyfriend.
It's amazing.
Not very worldly, is it?
Worldly is overrated.
You never married?
No, I got close once when I was in Japan.
What was her name?
Nyoko.
Nyoko.
She was a student of mine. I know that sounds bad, but I was a lot younger and she was 21. It was my first job in a foreign country.
So why didn't you marry her?
I got a job offered at Harvard. Her family didn't want to let her go. And I didn't want to stay. So that was the end of that.
You ever wondered what your life would be like if you had?
Honestly? No. I had a dream this morning. I was thinking it was time for me to put down some roots.
Really?
Yeah, scary.
I bet.
It's probably an age thing.
Next, you'll be wanting a family of your own.
I think it'd be a mean father.
I think so, too. Too patient, too wise, not to mention too handsome. Don't worry. It's just the traditional 1 o'clock signal to shipping in the 4th.
It almost gives you a heart attack.
Age thing, huh? You ever had haggis?
No.
Well, this is a place for it.
Sheep stomach, right?
And a few other things. Are you daring enough?
I won't even tell you what I had in Kathmandu. A haggis, please. But make it crispy.
I'll go with a Caesar salad. Thank you. Can't stand the thought of it, but you might like it.
This is a good idea.
Do you realize we are complete opposites?
I guess. Maybe that's why we got along so well.
What did you think of me when you first saw me?
Honest? I thought you were a haunted angel. Didn't mean to upset you.
I know.
You're not haunted now.
Thanks to you.
And angels are forever. Okay?
How do you do it?
What do you mean?
Live so in the moment. I look at you, and you seem completely connected to what we're doing.
I try not to think too much about it.
Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Need to try it sometime.
There's a poem in a newspaper. When a child was a child, it reached for cherries in topmost branches of trees. With an elation it still has today. has a shyness in front of strangers, and has that even now. It waited the first snow, and waits that way even now.
Nice.
Nice.
We're not like them. Never will be.
Who?
Liz. Her kind will always think we're beneath them. You know that, don't you, Gregor?
No, she's not like that.
Oh, don't be so naive. That's why in a divorce you'd lose your title. It's their way of reminding you you're not a real member of the club. You know, she came to see me the other day. Told me that I was welcome to you. That I could have her leftovers. I swear to you, those were her exact words. We don't need any of them.
Lady Elizabeth isn't here.
I've come to see Alex.
He's in his room. He'll be pleased to see you.
This is my fault.
No, it's not.
But I brought him here.
Your mother and I messed things up, not you. Where are they?
Edinburgh.
That's where I asked her to marry me.
Oh, no.
You all right?
These are my favorites. I'll go barefoot.
Of course. Hot. And this thing is killing me.
Let me help you before you break it. We have to take it back.
It took me about 20 minutes to get it on.
That was fun.
You were a fine guide.
And you make a fine tourist. What was that? Oh. Hello, Donald. What are you doing here?
Emergency meeting of the National Museum Trustees, first thing in the morning. Sorry to just turn up, Liz. I left messages here and tried calling you on your mobile, but it's switched off. I hope I'm not interrupting.
Oh, no. Sorry, may I introduce... This is Peter, Professor Rawson. This is Donald. We're his house guests.
Hi.
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 Good morning. Did you sleep all right?
Ah, yes. You?
Coffee and toast?
Please.
You just missed Donald. He left early this morning.
Should have killed him last night.
Why didn't you? No, I need us to slow down a bit.
Fine.
Yesterday was lovely, and last night was the most fun I've ever had.
But
it's not real life, you and me here, is it?
feels pretty good to me.
I have so much else to deal with, and I just think falling in love with a handsome stranger is not such a good idea at the moment.
Falling in love is always a good idea. Especially with a handsome stranger. You know I'm right.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Good news?
I think so.
Nice.
So what did you think?
That's a great idea. The green pound's big business these days. There's only one problem. How are you going to pay for the construction of the visitor centre and then the marketing?
The European Eco-Business Development Fund. They said we're eligible for cash.
Money from Europe can take a long time to come through. The bank might not wait.
That's what I'm worried about.
Well, let me speak with them, see if I can swing it for you.
Shouldn't I be the one that talks to them?
No. I've got a good relationship with the directors. They'll listen to me.
Thank you.
Sit.
Where did you get all this from?
Tokyo.
Oh, no. I envy you, Peter Rawson. Your life's so adventurous.
I don't mind sharing some of it with you.
You want to dance?
Yes.
What is it?
I got a job offer for next term.
Where?
Sydney.
Are you going to take it?
If you tell me you'll never leave me, I'll turn it down.
Hello, Gregor.
What are you up to?
Nothing much.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
Do you have feelings for Peter?
Yes.
And me? What do you feel about me?
I love you, Gregor. I'm not sure if I'm still in love with you.
There's a difference.
You can love a friend without being in love with them. Being in love makes you wake up with a smile on your face. It makes every daft song on the radio sound as though it's been written just for you. It makes you feel completely alive.
And I don't make you feel like that.
Not recently. No.
I'm not in love with you, Mary. Things would be so much easier if I was. But I'm not.
Is it her? So that's it?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Gregor, you're a fool. She'll never love you like I would.
You're probably right.
Is David Sharp there, please?
Charlie House? Yes? Yes, it is. I'll get her for you. Mr. Sharp, for you.
Fingers crossed. David, I understand.
You trying to make up your mind?
The bank won't wait for the European money to come through.
Tell him to go to hell.
We could go to Sydney.
Of course.
Why don't I just sell the land they want me to? Live a simple life. Away from all the suffocating history, all the responsibilities I never chose. You think I'm crazy?
You better be.
You haven't turned that job down.
No. If you're serious, I'll call him in the morning.
What are you up to?
Oh, I'm going for a drink with Dad.
Oh, you like that. How is he?
Yeah, he sounded all right on the phone.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
I've got to tell you something. Tell you later. Alex, I love you.
I won't let your mother go without a fight. I love her. Now's the time to remind her.
It's more like it, Dad.
Alex? Alex? Oh, God.
Okay, I'll be right there.
You'll never believe what I found. What's wrong?
There's been an accident.
Let me drive.
Let's move these together.
Dewhurst. Alexander Gregor Dewhurst. They're supposed to be here somewhere.
He's okay. It's just a concussion. He's gonna be fine. I got him out just in time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Gregor. We should never have let this happen.
You're both here.
Yes. Yes, we're both here.
You gave us a bloody good fright, son.
Oh, thank God. How are they?
They're fine. The hospital's keeping them overnight. Where's the professor?
He left for the station half an hour ago.
Thought I'd missed you.
How are they?
They'll be fine. So, you were just going to leave?
You have a family. And you love him.
Yes.
I thought it best if I slid away. You don't need me.
What about our little house with the yard and the veranda?
It would have been nice.
You're a fine man, Peter Rawson. You'll be the one I always think about and wonder where you are.
I will miss you. And I'll never be this far away. Let's just say goodbye. Liz, you have a book. You need to have it valued. It's worth a fortune. It will save the estate. Angels are forever. Heaven is not.
When I got the call, I never want to feel like this again, not as long as I live. I thought I'd lost you both.
I thought I'd lost you. I want you back, Liz.
How stupid we both were to forget what really matters.
I've not been a good husband. Took you for granted. I forgot how very special you are.
I was wrong to blame you. It wasn't your fault what happened to Simon.
I know I'm the last person you want to see at the moment, but I think you should know. David Sharp's done a deal with a developer to try and force you to sell your land.
Do you want to fire him or shall I?
Let's do it together. some plans I want to show you concerning our future.
What plans?
Just wait and see. Shall we try starting over?
Yes, my love.